Welcome back to another video at Bright Moments. Today I am talking about how I had no energy until I did these 4 things. So I used to wake up feeling completely exhausted even after a full night's sleep, but I just thought I was lazy, and then things started to really shift for me. So what were these 4 things? Number 1 is that I found out that I had hypothyroidism, so it was not just in my head. I actually did have a problem with my thyroid that I found out from the doctor, and I basically had to start taking thyroid medication every day now for the rest of my life. And this was crazy news to me because up until now I'd just been like getting bigger and bigger and getting more and more tired and colder, and I just thought, oh, this is just part of aging. I'm like, getting into my 30s, this is just what happens. No. So look, the first thing is that go to the doctor, check all your hormone levels, B12, iron, and oh my goodness, my life changed. My entire life changed. Once I figured that out and I actually started taking the medication for it, wow, oh my goodness, it's just crazy. I was like, oh my god, is this how much energy normal people have? So first things first, make sure you get your thyroid checked. So the second thing that I did that made me have energy was that I cleaned up my food. So what happened was, once I started getting my thyroid checked, I realized I had to start taking medication for it. I actually went through this whole other healing journey and I started running, and I'm gonna make videos about it. I've made other videos, but I started to rediscover my love of running. And so with that, the more I started running, the more I loved it, and the more I started to look into food. I actually wanted to be cleaner, I wanted to be lighter, I wanted to be faster. It wasn't to be honest, weight was just I didn't even really think about that. It was more I just want to be faster. I want to be fast so that I can run because I love running, and that was kind of what fueled it for me. So I started to look into what foods do runners need to eat, how much, what types of food should I be eating, how much, eating really clean, and just trying to find really good recipes. But the whole point is that unprocessed food. So even now, I still love running, and I noticed that, for example, if I eat too much bread, if I eat too much sugar, I just feel I don't feel right. I feel heavy in my stomach, and I feel kind of inflamed, and I just feel kind of slow, and I just don't like the feeling of it, So the more you eat healthy, the more you want to eat healthy, and it just becomes this positive cycle. Even now, I don't eat dairy, I don't eat meat, I don't eat gluten, I don't eat peanuts, and yeah, it's just great. And then the third point that definitely helps me have energy is protecting your sleep. So when I say protecting your sleep, that's mentally deciding I'm gonna go to sleep at 11 o'clock at the latest. And from that point, whatever I'm doing on my phone, I just have to turn it off, leave my phone to the side, and actually go to bed, and not keep picking up your phone, not keep looking at it, not just thinking, oh, 10 more minutes, 20 more minutes, oh, it's fine. No, you need to make sure you get that. I need 8 hours at least. Otherwise I don't have energy the next day. I feel slow, I just feel tired, and it's just not worth it the next day. So, making sure that you do get enough sleep so that you have energy the next day. So you really just have to set aside that time and make sleep a priority. And last but not least, I started protecting my energy. So when I say protecting my energy, I mean not trying to push myself to do too much, not expecting too much of myself, just being okay, what is the priority? If I've got, because for example, my son is only in preschool for 5 hours, and during that time I have, there's a few things that I'd want to try and do, but I just have to not push myself and say, okay, what is the priority? What are a couple, 2 or 3 things that I need to do today to feel like I'm being productive or good or getting things done? And then also being okay with rest, saying, nope, I'm just gonna rest for half an hour, for an hour. I'm just gonna sit down and have a rest, and I'm not gonna feel guilty about that, because I feel like that's something that's kind of been, I've noticed with other women our age, has been like passed down to this generation, where, you know, we feel kind of like rest is lazy and you're supposed to be productive all the time. No, you're not, actually. Rest is productive, because if you're go, 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 go all the time and you never have a rest, guess what? You get burnt out. So you just have to learn to say no, learn to prioritize, and actually make rest a priority sometimes. So look, those are my top 4 tips, the top 4 things that I do to make sure that I have energy. My life changed when I started doing these 4 things, and I hope that your life changes for you too. Feel free to subscribe if you're finding these videos interesting. I'm in love with my new red hair, by the way. This is so bright and it's great because it makes my eyes pop. But thank you so much for watching, and I am actually going to be creating a glow up checklist that I'm going to be putting down in the description, so keep your eyes peeled for that. Thanks for watching!